This change for Iowa in the starting lineup, not just what she brings on the defensive end of the floor, but she is an outstanding rebounder, and the Hawkeyes need all the defensive boards.
The Wildcats winning the tip.
And we're going to watch early. See how Hannah Stokey defends Aoka Lee. I think you're going to see her use her athleticism, try to get in front. Where is that help D?
It's right underneath with a falter, and Lee misses her first look deep inside. Jalen Glenn getting the initial assignment on Caitlin Clark, and Coach Jeff Mittie said you'd see a whole lot of this matchup, but it is a team effort as she tries to block from behind and instead fouls Clark.
And that was one of Jeff Mittie's concerns, is keeping Caitlin Clark off the free throw line.
Lisa Bluter, her 24th season leading the Hawkeyes, the fourth active winningest head coach in the country. Last year, most Big Ten wins in conference history, surpassing the legend C. Vivian Stringer. The accolades not just for this one on the court. Clark surprisingly 1 for 2 on that free throw trip. But Steph, you're exactly right. That's what Coach Mittie told us. She can have points, double-digit assists, get to the free throw line, but not all three. Lee working inside. That's a high percentage shot for the ball. Clark off a high screen, lets it fly from 3, and Lee snatches the ball. K-State's going to have to reset. Every ball handler looking into the post, and great positioning by Hannah Stokey. Off to the races is the Hawkeyes, and that pass missed time, looking for a running Stokey. Jeff Mittie on the other side, the leader of the Wildcats in his 10th season, also along with Bluter top 20 in career wins among active head coaches, trying to get his team back to the NCAA tournament. Into the post once more. That time it gets past Stokey, but Lee can't get it in, and then she commits the foul.
Picture perfect, and that's one she wants to have back.
He really praised the passing coming off her 32-point, 10-rebound performance in 10 minutes as the Hawkeyes immediately respond.
She's able to finish with the contact, and that's 2 on Aoka Lee.
Last year's Big Ten 6th Player of the Year, fearless to start her sophomore season, whether it is 6'6" Elizabeth Kitley or 6'6" Aoka Lee, who goes to the bench now, Stephanie, with 2 personals.
Well, Lisa Bluter talked about Hannah Stokey and just the work that she put in. She knew she was going to have opportunity. She's owned it.
Couple more misses right at the rim for Kansas State. Stuck on 2 points. Stokey working hard for that position, dishes it off, and a turnover. And that back to the basket game is still coming along. Her teammates say we're not comparing her to Monica Sonano, especially as a sophomore. Serena Sundell, all Big 12, knocks down the 3. Good look for Kate Martin in the corner, and that just rims out. Gabby Gregory in rhythm, and that's far off target. She's had 3 buckets this year, all 3s as Clark gets through. She's denied. What about the interior defense by the Wildcats? Gregory wants this mismatch, but she can't take advantage of it. Trying to back down Molly Davis.
Great look.
Out of the hands of Sharon Goodman.
And against an Iowa Hawkeye team that can be so dangerous offensively.
Caitlin Clark goes to the bench for a breather. The Hawkeyes 1 for 7 from the floor with 4 turnovers in the first 5 minutes.
I like the substitutions by Lisa Bluter as well. Putting Hannah Stokey on Gabby Gregory. She didn't like the mismatch that Molly Davis presented for Gregory.
Sanchez keeps it alive. Diana Walker, a transfer from Louisville, drains the 3. Bench production ticking up for the Wildcats.
And how about Walker? She's a player who in her first game for K-State outscored what she did in an entire season at Louisville, playing with a lot of confidence, gives them another athletic guard on the perimeter.
An example of that portal really helping a player blossom. Excited for what she's going to do this year. Marshall, good look, but she can't knock it down. One more try, and she's got it off glass. Got her scoring started. Their last game against Northern Iowa was scoreless the first 59 minutes she played in this season. Pick and pop for the Wildcats. Sanchez can't knock it down. And a great box out by Stolke. Callie Feuerbach trying to free herself of Walker. Downhill speed for Stolke. She loses it, but sticks with it for 2. Gabby Gregory turns on the jets to the rim. She can't get it to fall. Deep in the paint, 3 for 14. They've had a lot of looks inside. They just have not been going in.
I like what we're doing. We're doing some really good stuff. We've just got to lock in on keeping our eye on the backboard and finishing at the rim.
Kate Martin, no surprise, keeps it Iowa basketball. Feuerbach finds a lane and meets Lee. Addie O'Grady checking in for Sharon Goodman.
No question about it. And if you're the Hawkeyes, you got to find where's that drift. You can't over-penetrate and try to attack Ayoka Lee. And that's a tough finish by Caitlin Clark.
Walker will drive and kick. It's size for 3. She's got it.
They can really get 2 feet in the paint. They can force those rotations. And if they can consistently knock down those threes, that's a good sign.
Clark 1 for 6 now after that off-balance miss. The lob into Lee. The offense sometimes that easy. Sides the freshman guarding here. Here's O'Grady with the screen. Clark double clutches and she'll shoot 2. She and Gregory combined to shoot 30 free throws in that matchup. 2.3 on the clock for K-State. Sides, heaves it up. There's a good look, but bounces off the backboard. So after 1, tied up at 13.
If you're Lisa Bluter, you're talking about taking care of the basketball. 5 turnovers and only 4 made field goals. That's not what Iowa is known for.
So much poise from the Wildcats, which is what Coach Mittie wanted to see in this tough road environment.
Well, they've silenced the crowd. They haven't allowed them to get into it.
Sanchez, beautiful move, but again, K-State's 26% shooting.
You put so much pressure on your defense when you can't convert on the offensive end of the floor.
And their looks have been so solid. Wide open look for Walker, and that's not close. Sanchez to clean it up, and she does. Sanchez bringing international experience from Spain, playing on the U20 team this last summer.
The timing is off. You know, usually multiple players are touching the ball in an Iowa possession. It's crossing the midline. It's getting from one side to the other. Now it's catch and hold.
Clark, long 2. She's got it. But you do bring up a good point, Stephanie. Some hesitancy there seems to be.
And I think you have to think about 2 or 3 passes down the line. You might not get that first drive and kick as Sundell gets to the...
Clark driving hard. She can't get it off glass. Gregory wanting it in the post.
And you see Sydney Falter just meeting that physicality.
And her first career star. What a beautiful shot. Jalen Glenn drains the 3.
K-State starting to heat up a little bit, starting to shoot those with confidence. They're getting what they want. Now they just need to see a couple go through the bottom of the net.
That's the high percentage look they needed. Ayoka Lee back into the game for K-State, disrupted by 2 early personal fouls. Quick pass, Jalen Glenn catches the defense off balance. Lee, this is a K-State team not too dissimilar from Iowa. Greenah Sundell all coming up around the same class and experience, building around Ayoka Lee. That's why they have so much confidence, picked 4th in the Big 12 in the preseason poll. And you read comments from other Big 12 coaches, they have a lot of good things to say about this Wildcat team.
Yeah, I think this is a team who's continuing their evolution on the offensive end of the floor. They're known for their defense. You have a presence that's unique and unlike any other in Aoka Lee. Now they've just got to find it and put it together.
Hannah Stolke, a nifty move inside. She's been one of the most efficient, dependable players so far. She's got a game-high 9 points.
And she gives you that versatility to be able to switch and guard the point guard.
Tapped away by Clark, but kept here with 5 to shoot. Walker, hand in her face.
But I'd like to see Iowa start to add a drag screen for Caitlin Clark in transition. If the bigs aren't down the floor in the rim run, if they're even with where she is, as Caitlin Clark gets the crafty two, she's so good in transition. And if you can give her a little bit of space, now she's in the open floor. If that big comes up at all, she can hit her big, roll into the rim.
Silencing the crowd is the freshman Sides.
That's a big shot.
Falter, nice drop off for the easy two.
ISO right here.
Lee has the one-on-one, can't quite get the hook shot.
Good defense right there by O'Grady, getting Lee just enough off the block to make it a tough angle.
Clark gets herself free, that won't fall, and one in her first start.
You know, I think the 6 steals was most impressive.
Falter can't complete the three-point play.
And no AZ Fudd. Out, had a knee injury in practice.
Good stop inside. They look into Lee, and the Hawkeyes have got it back.
And look at the transition defense. 3 players for K-State back in transition, not allowing the Hawkeyes to do what they do best.
Jalen Glenn guarding Clark.
Nice.
Finds Sharon Goodman. That short corner shot. She's got it. Jalen Glenn, a whole lot of power to the rim. Can't get it to fall off glass. K-State shooting 30%. Here is Clark. Yes!
And Iowa changing up their defense, coming with the 2-3 zone, giving the Wildcats a different look.
Sanchez from the free throw line. She's good. A poised play. Under that situation, the lob goes off the hands of Stolke. And what a first half against the number 2 team in the country. Sanchez in trouble. Bailed out by Gregory. Gregory calls her own number, and that is well short. Final shot opportunity for Clark. Clark lob inside to Goodman. It's not there, and at the half, a lot of things that K-State did right, both offensively, defensively, and with their transition defense as well. They get the ball to start the second half here at Carver-Hawkeye Arena.
Well, they dictated tempo. You know, this right now has a game feel of a game that's in the 70s, which is right where they want it. The Hawkeyes score at a high clip, over 90 points a ball game, so they want to pick up the tempo here in the second half.
Abby Gregory, patient, finds Sundell flying through, and what a finish with the reverse.
And that's another example of that poise and patience. Work the ball both sides of the floor, really force the Hawkeyes to defend an entire shot clock.
And Gregory 0 for 6, scoreless last year, 18 points per game, all Big 12, patient, looking for her teammates too. Kate Martin almost throws it away, and then Gabby Marshall does. Timing with the back door, and a foul away from the ball.
First 2 possessions, really using Sundell to attack Gabby Marshall in this backdoor cut. And that was one of those possessions where their arms just got tangled up, and Marshall called for the foul.
Riley Glenn lost the speed. She finishes on the other side. Solid players playing well up and down for K-State as Clark gets herself free at the free throw line.
Well, I think you found a little recipe for success in those quick pinaways for Caitlin Clark. She's starting off the ball. It forces the post defender to come up, make a decision, but Ayoka Lee continues to go to work inside.
Hard to stop.
It sure is. Got to have better ball pressure. Make that pass a little bit more difficult.
Got to help it with big. Caitlin Clark knocking down the second three of the day for the Hawkeyes. She's got both of them.
So we see the adjustment by Lisa Bluter and her staff. They thought they wanted to go heavy ball screen early and have found the quick pin away. K-State, you just make the adjustment. You've got the length. Give her a step. Be right there on the catch.
Clark leaves it short. Ziona Walker going back to guarding her now with Jalen Glenn on the bench with 3 personal fouls, including in a couple seconds span just now. Sanchez, that running shot not there, but Ayoka Lee.
See the spacing? That's one where Martin might have to take it over a little bit more.
Clark tries to force it along the baseline, and K-State's got it. Almost taken away by Gabby Marshall, and Sundell will push into the paint, finding Walker. There's Kate Martin for the denial.
Got a mismatch. You don't need an on-ball. They just allowed Iowa to switch back.
Lee feeding it into Sanchez, guarded by Stolke. Great timing, and Walker will shoot one.
What a heads-up play. I mean, this is just really good offense. As soon as Kate Martin gets off balance, Walker reads that. She attacks the rim. Sanchez delivers. I've been really impressed with offensive execution for K-State.
On the floor right now are 3 newcomers who were not on the court for this team last year. And you wouldn't know it by the way they're playing in the half court. Her lungs, her legs, and everything else. Clark weaving along the baseline. Davis, well contested shot.
Now can you regroup? Can you refocus and lock in?
First points for Molly Davis. Started the last 2 games coming off the bench for this one. Iowa, its 3rd starting lineup of this season. 0 changes for very good reasons last year. Using more depth this season, Iowa. Sanchez, wide open look. It won't go. Davis will retreat down into Goodman in the post. Part of this 3-post tandem that is different as a part. And O'Grady, the speed and quickness of Stolke, and they're in at the same time.
And we're talking about a team and a program that had the same starting lineup for 2-3 years. Now they've got to figure it out. What are the right rotations? Who gives us the best chance to start and finish the way that we want to?
Clark into the chest of Sanchez.
And a return for Paige Beckers back in Minnesota where she is beloved. A little fatigue right now I'm seeing with Ayoka Lee. Getting up and down the floor, kicking it out when she's got one-on-one opportunities. Coming around this timeout, I would expect Jeff Mittie to give her a break as she goes into the quarter break.
Under 2 to play. The freshman sides guarding Clark. Falter swings to Davis. Back in the hands of Clark with 5 to shoot. The step back is good. 22 points for Caitlin.
But they've had some missed opportunities.
Sides misfires from 3. And K-State hasn't scored in over 5 minutes yet. It is a 2-point game.
And Sloan, it seems like just when this crowd is ready to erupt, right, they're silenced in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, they want to blow the roof off of this place. It is sold out all season long, and they're playing this K-State team just outside the top 25. Clark sizing up Sanchez, looking for the lob inside. O'Grady, did she get it off in time? K-State is saying that's a shot clock violation.
They'll review it at the quarter break. I'm not sure she did get it off.
The ball inbounded. And the clock stopped with 4.1 on the clock.
Yeah, I felt like Caitlin Clark just waited a little bit too long to make that pass. And I don't know, from that angle, it looks like it's still on her hand.
It does look like it.
Well, this K-State team has kept themselves in the ball game because of their defensive execution. They've been really good at running their offense, haven't knocked down nearly as many shots as they would like. So they start knocking down shots and go on a run.
Shooting 37% for the game. It hasn't happened yet, particularly from three, where they're 2 of 14. Here's Sanchez with the floater. Falter finds herself free and kisses it off glass. Kate Martin turns it over. Played only 4 minutes in that third quarter. They go into lead. That was taps. And we'll stay K-State back. A tough test to do that against when they face the Wildcats.
Well, and it's a challenge because of the different types of teams that they've been playing in the preseason. And it might not be the same with every matchup.
Walker, what a difficult
Great body
shot.
Control, great ability to take some contact and finish that shot.
Looking poised on that play in a tough situation. Clark tries to back her down, in trouble in the paint. Thirteen turnovers for the Hawkeyes. There's a lob inside. Lee is stopped by O'Grady. One more chance, and she's got it.
Like Ayoka Lee, when she buries you and she misses that first shot, you're too far underneath. You can't get yourself around the box out. And she's right on top of the play, able to get the putback.
Molly Davis with a couple of buckets to start. Puts the Hawkeyes up by 4, a foul away from the ball.
A role that she's got to take on. Somebody has to consistently take some pressure off of Caitlin Clark to put the ball in the hole. Molly Davis a year ago, and they've got to find a way to get her a little bit more involved and efficient offensively.
Coach Mittie says he's not worried about her with the confidence she has. She's going to get herself jump-started. Hasn't happened quarters 1 through 3 so far. 5 on the clock for the Hawkeyes. Don't often see them look pretty stagnant. And Molly Davis taking it. And an answer right. Caitlin Clark, all away 3, not there.
It's all short. You know, she seems fatigued. She's very straight-legged. She's not getting a lot of bounce. She's got to find a way, I think, to get some easy buckets at the rim.
Sides left all alone. Can't knock down the 3 and a foul against the Hawkeye. Inside to Gregory. She's stripped. She was fouled, Gregory. 13 times the last time these two teams met to turn the tide from last year's meeting. But here, 0 for 2 and cannot find the bottom of the rim. You feed the post, running the floor. They forgot
the first rim run Iowa has gotten all ball game, and that is one of the best things that the Iowa Bigs do. They get rim to rim quickly, and they're often rewarded.
Gregory wants it, but it still won't go. Great effort by Sundell to keep it alive. Lee in the middle of the paint works against Goodman and rolls it home.
Tough shot and a terrific individual effort by Ayoka Lee.
Clark through the screen, clean look, unstoppable.
Force Ayoka Lee to come up and defend the 2-man.
Sides, will pull it back out, looking inside to Lee. And off to Walker, that'll be short. But Lee tips it to herself and off glass. Clark gets herself open. And another shot left short. Davis has lost her signature headband. As Stokey goes to work and picks it up at the block. Clark in trouble. And a timeout called.
But we see what she's doing offensively. She has also been a dominant presence on the defensive end of the floor.
It's Iowa basketball with 5 on the shot clock. A falter finds O'Grady at the free throw line. And it's Stokey with the board.
I still think the Hawkeyes can use whoever Ayoka Lee is guarding for some more off-ball screens. She is sitting in the paint. They will be wide open.
Falter finds herself open in the paint. Instead kicks it out to Davis, the floater. Not there, but she'll be shooting 2. In the fourth quarter, she's been the leading scorer for the Hawkeyes. 6 points, 3 for 3 from the field. And Hannah Stokey battling for the ball, but can't throw it off K-State. Deep in the corner, Jalen Glenn tries to drop it off to Lee. Maybe should have gone high. Falter will be shooting 2. The first career start, sitting on 4 points, 3 rebounds. And Iowa now 11 of 17 from the free throw line as a team.
Well, they've done an outstanding job of controlling tempo. Terrific offensive execution, defensively being disruptive.
Gabby Gregory puts her head down. Count it. She's been cold today. But talk about stepping up when your team needs you. She was part of K-State last year, outscoring Iowa the final 5 minutes, 15-7. And she knows how to get herself to the free throw line, but she has not been able to convert. For 3 from the charity stripe. Clark looking for space against Walker. Works through Goodman. Falling away. That's well short.
They're hesitant. There's no flow. The timing is off. And again, give K-State credit. Their defensive execution has been on point.
Aesthetically pleasing is how I would normally describe it too. And you're right, disjointed tonight. Lee has got the position. She's calling for it. She is deep and she will finish. $20 points for Ayoka Lee.
And work the entire possession to get that position. It's doing your work early.
Cutting is Stokey and right into Sundell. May have taken a shot there. Jump ball is called. You talk about work. Steph White
just continues to work for possession right there above what used to be the restricted area. The quick little drop step. She doesn't need to put it on the floor. She knows where she is. That's how you get to be so efficient as a post player.
Lee is fouled, so that will put K-State now in the bonus. Both teams shooting the rest of the way with 1:12 on the clock. And Lee 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And you're right. Doesn't matter if she's been tired throughout this game. She is working. Caitlin Clark in traffic. That time too long. And Lee grabs the board. You might have to put this K-State team up in that category too. Under a minute to play.
If you're the Hawks and you get K-State to miss this shot, you have to get the rebound in this 2-3 zone.
10 on the clock for Sundell. Quickly dishing off. It is Gregory stepping up big time for the Cats.
Jeff Mittie said, I'm not worried about Gabby Gregory. She's going to find her moment. She's going to shoot herself out of it. Finds the soft spot in the zone. There is no hesitation. You got to be aggressive going to the rim. You got to try to get a score, a foul, or a spray out for a three.
And read perfectly by Jalen Glenn. She was stuck to Clark like glue. Look at this
absolutely fitting. It comes down to the defensive energy and effort, and that's length. That's discipline on the defensive end of the floor. High hands, gets a hand on it. Jalen Glenn able to create that turnover.
Big free throws here for Jalen Glenn, the junior from Kansas City. She doesn't get the first. A tough night at the free throw line for both teams. K-State 5 for 9.
And Iowa has timeouts if they want to use them.
Clark from the beat. No good. And Lee battling. It is Goodman who comes up with it. 15 seconds left. It's a jump ball. And no timeouts is going to be called by Iowa and Lisa Bluter. That'll be Kate Martin with the inbound.
You know the switches are coming.
Caitlin Clark well defended.
Well, again, just terrific defense, staying disciplined by Glenn. Caitlin Clark shooting a tough contested three in the corner.
Sides, the freshman stepping up at the free throw line. Just fearless Terrence Sides. Kate Martin again taking it out from the sideline. Gabby Marshall back into the game. Clark, a long three. It's short once more. The long rebound to Walker, and she's going to go up with it. K-State takes down Iowa, and take notice of these Cats.